Right, so this listener is also someone that has emailed in before, and this is the gentleman that was worried about moving out and then decided to take the 1,000-mile jump and get a mortgage instead of doing it.
Oh yeah, he jumped straight into it.
And we said, and we told him that don't take the teething problems to heart. You got to learn to live with someone else. So he says, I certainly have, and it's worked out. I'm glad you guys let me know not to take any teething problems too seriously. We argued over a printer and where to put it, and we didn't speak for 2 days. But after your advice, I took it all with a pinch of salt and got over it. That's what I mean. It's like everyone wants their house a certain way, and there's always got to be like compromise, right? You can't just get. I mean, that's a silly fucking. But yeah, so yeah, keep that in mind. I'm glad you did. There's going to be loads more of it, so that's even the start, mate. And he says, anyways, thanks to you both. As the new weather sets in, I'm going away next month to the Lake District. As it is a dog-friendly place and has a beautiful scenery, my other half doesn't see it as a holiday as she will not be getting abroad to the beach. Have you got any suggestions to things I can do to make it feel like a real vacation to her? No. My ex was like this, and it really annoyed me because I live in Scotland, right? Scotland's fucking massive, and you can go into like the Highlands, you can go to like Speyside, you can go onto a ferry and go to the islands and stuff. And to me, that's really interesting. But no, unless you're getting on a plane or going over to like on the Euro or something to like Paris, that's not a holiday. Well, it fucking costs as much as a holiday.
Yeah, it almost sometimes it makes no sense to go to places in the UK because it's costing the same as what it is to go abroad. But I was very much like this before COVID, and then when COVID hit and we weren't allowed to travel, as you can imagine, Jamie had his wings clipped by the British government, and I discovered a few places around the UK that I liked, and Bournemouth has got a really nice beach. I've been to the Lake District. Me and Charlotte went there for our mini moon after we got married. We went there for like a short break because we couldn't take a long time off at once for our honeymoon after we got married. So we went there for a few days. And the Lake District's really nice.
Lake District's nice.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice place to go.
For sure.
And I think it's definitely somewhere that if your other half has any appreciation for anything like naturous, then she won't be able to deny that it's a good place to go on holiday. I almost felt like I wasn't in the UK when I was in the Lake District.
I think you can't always get abroad, right? Like to me, if I'm not at home or at work or something like that, if I'm away, then I'm on holiday because I'm not dealing with bills. I am, but I'm not constantly dealing with bills. Or like when I had the cat, I wasn't dealing with a cat. I wasn't dealing with any of those stresses. I was away, relaxing. To me, that's a holiday. That's what a holiday is, right?
Yeah, it's a break. It's a break from normal life. The obviously, you'd always want to be doing the nice beach holidays and stuff like that, but the Lake District is just as nice. You could. The only thing I would say about dog-friendly places is, if your dog is not used to being in pubs and stuff, then your dog's going to be a pain in the ass the whole time. Because I thought it was a brilliant idea on my 30th to bring both dogs down to a cabin in Cornwall and like go and bring the dogs around with us while we were going to pubs and that throughout the day. And my dog starts on everything, and then my mum's dog screams when he's held in one place for more than 5 minutes. So, put it this way, it wasn't enjoyable being in the pub with them two. But after they get used to it after a few days and you're going home, on your last day when they're used to it, that's how a dog would be normally.
Yeah, my Chewy's the same. Like, you can't fucking... He has this weird thing as well about he won't drink water unless he's at home.
Strange.
So yeah. So it's fucking. Mum always takes Chewy on like a holiday every year, and every time she comes back and she's like, "Yeah, it was nice, but we couldn't do anything because we had the dog." And I'm like, "Well, it was a holiday. You took the dog.
No.
Doesn't make any sense, does it?"
Yeah, so
You know
that
what I mean?
what I would say is what we did. I brought Rock. Rock has a crate. I brought that with us, and then on a couple of the evenings we left the dogs in the cabin, and we went out for a meal. You need that break. You need that break.
I think maybe that's why. Because if you try and look at it from her perspective, the dog's a lot of work, right? And even if she's not going abroad, you're taking the dog. So it's not a break, is it really? You've got to look after the dog. You're not getting a break.
It could be a
from
well-behaved dog and behave well in public, but if your dog's not used to it, ain't used to it, it ain't going to do it.
Yeah, but even then, if it's well behaved, you're still limited to what you can do.
You can't go in certain places.
Because not everywhere's. No, I think you've got like everything. It's all about compromise, right? Like James said, you can't always go abroad or anything like that, and then you've got the dog, so you have to make sure the dog's either taken care of. Just see how it goes. The best thing you do is really booked. You're going. The weather's getting really nice, and Lake District's beautiful. And just say, we're taking the dog. We'll go abroad when we got the money. Is that your stomach?
It was. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
How strange is that?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, like as I said, I was very skeptical when COVID hit and I wasn't able to go abroad, and I was looking at all these places in the UK, and I was thinking, none of these feel like they're going to be a holiday to me. When you actually get there and you're doing the things in rural England, especially if you're from a town like me, it feels a lot different, and it does feel like you're away. And I think the Lake District will speak for itself. As long as the weather holds out. If you've got shit weather, you've got no chance. Absolutely no chance.
Yeah. It's like Scotland. Everything's outside. Pain in the ass. Nah, I reckon once she's there, she'll be happy. It's that initial, like, she wants to brag, right? You want to go to your mates and say, I'm going to Spain, I'm going to France, I'm going to Italy.
Dubai.
And instead she's going, I'm going to the Lake District. That's what she wants. She wants a little bit of a bragging right. But she'll get that once she's been there, and she'll take loads of photos, and it's like scenery, and
it's definitely a place I would revisit.
Yeah. I haven't been there. Well, obviously I haven't been there in ages. I don't live down there anymore. Or you can come to Scotland. Scotland's a good holiday. You cross the border as well. You know what I mean?
Can you imagine driving past the Lake District for another few hours and just be like, we're going to Scotland, baby.
Yeah. Look at this. You get to see the sign. Welcome to Scotland. It's always a good one. I should work for the Visit Scotland people. Yeah, so hopefully your home stays nice and peaceful and you get on, and then you get a nice holiday away. And then look into planning a holiday abroad. It's always nice to go abroad anyway, even if it's like a long weekend. You can get some pretty reasonable long weekends. Amsterdam, France does some pretty good ones. You go with the Euro. That
There's
works
quite
out cheaper.
a few deals at the minute for Venice in Italy.
Oh yeah, Venice is a nice
about
place.
3-4 days there. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah. The traveller over here, you know what I mean?
What a question for Salty
Anyway.
Dan just before I go on holiday.